just waiting for someone to arrive. I am on time. Oh no, I'm a little bit late. I do beg your pardon. I thought I was on time, but it appears I am 5 minutes late. Still better late than never, I suppose, isn't it really? Oh, hi Nathan, hi Connie. We've got the company of Miss Rosie tonight because the family have gone out. So it's me, Rosie and Poppy. Rosie is asleep at the minute, so we won't disturb her. Hi Lisa, Chris, Trudy, Eason, Ella, Connie, Chrissy, hello. Yeah, we've got little Miss Rosie who is asleep. She's been barking her head off. So I do hope she doesn't start again. So what have you all been doing? Well, I went to a craft show on Thursday, but sadly I didn't take any photos. Hi, Inherited Stitches. Yeah, maybe you could see her when she's wakened up. I am not waking her up for a photo call. No way. Hi, Sandra. Hi, Ginger. Now, I couldn't take any photos. It was a bit awkward, really. It was a smallish kind of event. Lots of stalls, you know, with different things on them. Sadly, I don't think it was for me, because while I was there, while there was a lot of footfall, you know, going around and about, nobody really seemed to be buying much at all. There was a crochet store facing my friend's store where I was sat talking to her. It was little scarves and hats and different things, and I don't think she sold anything all the time I was there. And then there was another crochet store where she had all these baby things. They were really, really pretty, absolutely pretty. She had them in boxes and, you know, made them look nice with ribbon. And she had all the pram blankets wrapped up in cellophane. It looked really pretty. But again, I don't think she sold anything. Yeah. Hi, June. So it was kind of a bit disappointing. I thought that, you know, if I'm going to go and take a stall there, it doesn't look very hopeful, because it would cost me a bomb to get there, you know, with loading all my stuff and taking it all with me. And then I would have to set it all out and see to it, which would whatever. And then to sit there for, 6 hours and not sell anything. It would just drive me potty. Yeah. Hi, Designs by Jean. Yeah, so I was quite not disappointed. It was a really good day out. But my top's got sparklies. Yes, it does. It's got little sparklies all the way around. But unfortunately, I'm showing my camisole, which I shouldn't be, but it should be higher up and I wouldn't have to show. But it's a bit see-through, you see, so I don't like showing my underwear. So I always put a little camisole. So hi, anybody I've missed? Oh, look at that. Is it a bruise? Don't know whether that's a bruise. I don't think so. Looks like magic marker, and yet I've not been magic markering anything. Oh, it's coming off. It's coming off. It must have been a magic marker. Or some such. Yeah. Hiya, Denise. Yeah, got me. Yeah, I'm pink and turquoise. You know me, Chris. I have to coordinate. I think there's a word for something like that. Over picky or whatever. I don't know what it is. Got one piece of news. Oh, you're lurking, Jane. Okay. Hi, Tracy. I walked in and I'm wearing my Granny Takes a Trip. That, if you don't know what that is, it's all great big granny squares done in bright colours with black surrounds, and it's got like big sleeves with granny squares. I walked in and one of the stall ladies just grabbed me. She goes, "Did you get that coat?" I went, "Yes." She said, "Can you make that coat?" I went, "Yes." She said, do you make that coat for other people? I said, well, if the price is right, yes. She said, how much do you want? So I told her. Not a flinch, not a whatever. And it was my top price. And she went, make me one. Just like that. And I'm like, I came back and my daughter-in-law said, I thought you weren't doing any more orders. I said, for that kind of money, I am. But what it is she wears it to more craft shows. Mm-hmm. She does wear it. You never know. She might get me some orders. So I'm feeling in quite a happy mood that my making her that coat might lead to other things. Fingers crossed. Yeah. Yeah, I don't think the craft fair is for me, but I did meet an absolutely lovely, lovely lady, the one who was organising the craft show. And she said to me, how are you doing at selling your things and stuff like that? And I went, well, you know, should you need a web page? I said, oh, I can't make web pages. I'm no good at anything like that. So I've got to meet her at her craft shop in St Anne's, which I'm looking forward to. And she says she'll help me make a web page. So this little girl may have a web page. Oh dear. Hi Tracy. Hi Connie. Whoever I'm missing. Blah, 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 blah. Yeah, I see. I was my own walking advert. It is a certain kind of person who would like my kind of crochet that I love making, which is quite bold and vibrant. And apparently she did like it, yeah. And another of the ladies, she liked a picture of the jacket that I'd made for Sue. So that's another possibility. And I didn't even have to get a stall. All I had to do was walk in with my jacket. I said it was a lovely craft fair. It really was. And I was upset for the people who were there that didn't seem to be selling so much, you know. People were coming in and just like, it was like a big U shape. They were just like walking up one side and looking at a few things, walking around another side. And then they were going out. And I'm like, oh, they're not actually. I've got some personalised labels. Denise, I'm way ahead of you. Yeah, way ahead of you. I don't know where they are. Yeah, so she's going to help me make a website that's sort of like a selling website. So hopefully that might, I mean, you're all lovely, but I feel like when I'm saying I want to sell this, that, and the other, I'm preaching to the converted because you all do your own stuff. I need to break into a different audience, if you know what I mean. One that doesn't kind of know me. One that I'll just impress with my prowess. She said, big-headedly, excuse me, widen the walls. So, yeah, you never know. You never know. Oh, you're popping in and out, are you, Trish? Right. You're on your way out. Okay. Oh, it might be a while, Tracy. You may have to wait for a web page. But I'm just saying, somebody's offered to help me to make one, which will be great. I only bought one thing, actually. It was a present for my daughter-in-law. I bought her some wax melts because she likes those kind of things. Oh, and that reminds me of still not lit me Josh stick. I don't think I'll bother. If I get up now, you see, I might disturb the dog. I don't want to disturb her. She's sleeping. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, I need my crochet. I've got my crochet hook. I've got no wool. It's oh, she nearly did it again. Rosie nearly did it again. I was in my bedroom reading a book and looking out through my window, which goes onto the conservatory. I know it's a bit weirdy, but that's the way it is. And Rosie comes galloping through, dragging my wool bag behind her. But luckily, the conservatory door was shut. Oh. Excuse me. Poppy's been sick. Are you alright, Poppy? Are you alright, Popsy? Are you alright, Poppy? Oh dear, Poppy. You alright, Pop? Oh, don't do that, darling. It's okay. It's okay. Okay. Yeah, sweetheart. Oh dearie me. Oh dearie me. Oh dear. Oh, sorry about that, people. Sorry about that. But Poppy was sick. Oh dear. Poppy got a clean bill of health in a way from the vets. They did all the bloods and they said that she was in perfect working order for a 14-year-old dog. But she still seems to have, she's still got like an obstruction, it seems to be, in her throat. She keeps coughing, and then because all the coughing makes her sick. And the next plan of action, if she doesn't stop doing that, is actually a camera down her throat, which is a bit sad, really, because she's 14. And I don't really want to subject her to that. So every day I keep thinking, please get a bit better, please get a bit better. I'm not ready to lose another dog. Just not ready. I don't know if you can see the little one. I bet you can't see her, can you? You might be able to just about see her. She's asleep on the chair. That little black thing there. Excuse all the mess. Little black thing there. That's dog. That's Rosie. Ah, dear. If she's going to go to sleep, then maybe I might be able to start some knitting. Knitting? Where did that come from? Wash your mouth out, Janet. Crochet. Guess what I'm going to be doing? I'm going to be doing granny squares. Oh, and everything seems to have frozen. Ah, no, it's moving again. I know, knitting. Where did that come from, Connie? Knitting? Alien being to me. Hi, Tammy. Yeah, I mean, I can knit, don't get me wrong, I can, and I used to knit an awful lot, but not recently. Right, let me get me bags. The little bags that I had, the little balls I had to wind after Miss Poppy got my bag. She didn't get that one. She got all the others, but she didn't get that one. Right, let me get some colours. Right, pink, turquoise. I like to make each set of 10 squares different so I don't get bored. So I need to think of a colourway. Stop kicking your flask, Janet. Do I have it in me? Bear containers, you're right. I need something. Stop her chewing. She's a little chew monkey. Right. Oh, I've got that. I don't think I'll get to these pink ones tonight, but I'll choose the colours. I'll choose the colours. Which of these little teeny weeny balls shall I start to use today? Well, considering that the lady who's ordered a jacket from me, it's all in granny squares. So I must love granny squares. I'm trying to find colours that go together. That would go with that. Oh, I don't know about that. Maybe if I put the lemon in there, in between the two greens. 1, 2, 3, 4. I need another colour. I could put lilac, I suppose. Yeah, I could put lilac in it. Rosie has woken up because Poppy was trundling her way through. Don't know if you can see any more of her. Don't think you can. You can't see her ears, can you? You can't see anything over, can you? I wish you could. She's just like a black blob merging in with a chair. That you can see her collar. That's the blue. That's the collar. Yeah. And Poppy's just flopped down outside the door. I've had to leave the door open today because of obvious reasons, you know, puppy training and doors open and stuff. What have I missed? How many have I got left to make? I don't even think, Connie. Don't even go there. I've got so many left to make, I'm not even going to count. Good thing about granny squares is you don't have to think, do you? But sadly, it's not Vera tomorrow. It's stopped. It's Endeavour. Not that I don't mind Endeavour. I like my Sunday nights in front of the telly. Everybody else is it's Saturday night, but you see, I'm always on here, so I don't do Saturday nights, do I? So, Sunday nights in front of the telly. I'm so sad that Vera only made 2 episodes. The people in England will know, well, in Britain will know what I mean. That there was only 2 episodes. I mean, they were 2 hours long, but still. But I do like Endeavour as well. But Vera is my favourite, I think, of all times. Poppy's gone upstairs. Rosie's gone upstairs. Maybe she'll sit up there and go to sleep. No, she's going to cry now because her mummy's not there. She sort of forgets that they've gone out. It's, well, not the first time they've left her. She was okay at first when they first went. She didn't cry too much, but now she's crying. What's the matter, Rosie? Yeah, I know Mummy's gone out, but she'll be back. It's like a child being left with a babysitter, isn't it? I feel as though I'm on. I think I've watched every Vera at least twice, except the new ones. They were the new 2. Well, the last week and not last week, week before last and the week before that. It's been Endeavour last week, I think. Yeah, I've watched every Vera at least twice. Some of them 3 times, I think. But I'm the same with Endeavour and Morse and all the ones I like. I have actually been watching this week May Gray, and I don't mean the one with Rowan Atkinson. I mean, the one before that with Michael, what was he called? Michael somebody or other. Gambon, Michael Gambon. I'm actually watching the very old ones with him. I like watching the old ones. I like Bergerac and things like that. I know I'm a weirdo. I don't watch everything that everybody else watches, and I certainly don't watch Love Island and stuff like that. I must be an old fuddy-duddy. I don't find it amusing. Maybe if you're younger, you like these sort of things with so-called celebs in them. What are you doing, Rosie? What are you doing, little girl? Oh my gosh, she's got her eye on me wool. What are you doing, Rosie? Hey, why don't you come say hello? Hey, why don't you come and say hello to everybody? Yeah, say hello. Here she is. Can you see her? Let me show her head. Rosie. There she is. Look at her. Isn't she beautiful? Hey? Our little Patterdale Terrier cross. The little wool monkey. Aren't you? Little yarn monkey. There she is. Butter wouldn't melt in that little mouth, would it? Butter wouldn't melt. What are you doing, sweet? What are you doing, little girl? You can't have me wool. No, it's out of bounds. Grandma doesn't like you getting the wool. No. She doesn't usually let me pet her. It's only because her mum's not here. What are you doing? What are you doing, missus? Arr. Come up here. Have a seat. That's it, good girl. Have a little sleep. Let's have a sleep, you good girl. She says, I'll just chew the edge of Grandma's cushion. It doesn't matter. She doesn't care. Hi, John. I was just showing me puppy. Cheers, Denise. I've got your cup. Well, I haven't really. I've got my own. Well, I've done 2 centres. I've got stopped. How come furry animals distract you? Oh, yeah, I love all that sort of thing. I tell you what I used to like watching. Was it called, oh, Lord above, what was it called? Striker. And I also like Miss Scarlet and the Duke. Oh, and I love Mr. Witcher. Anybody watch Mr. Witcher? People in America are all going, what's she talking about? We haven't got a clue. I used to like the Canadian ones as well. I mean, there was obviously, what was he called? Oh, the guy detective set in the, was it 18th century? I can't think of his, I watch all his programme and I can't think. And then there was another one where it was a family. They were Irish, but they lived in Canada, like detectives and stuff. I used to love watching that as well. That's not been on for a bit. Hi, baby. I like the older ones. I don't know why I do like the older ones. They seem to have more plot and less killings. Although in Midsummer Murder, I mean, if I lived in Midsummer, I'd have moved out long ago. They have about at least 3 murders every episode. Yeah. I mean, everybody liked Columbo, but I wasn't that keen. I used to prefer Kojak, yeah, and Cagney and Lacey. Whoa. I'm looking very stylish. Oh, I bought eBay. Shh, don't tell everybody. You know me, I don't go anywhere. I'm an eBay queen. La 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 la. Hello, oh, chicken. Go to sleep. Go to sleep, baby. Go to sleep, darling. Oh, you love all those shows. I love all the older ones. You know, I don't know why. They were such more fun. You know, even that one with Mary Tyler Moore in it. And the Fonz and all those. I liked all those much better than the new ones. You know, all this Real Housewives was such a place. What do we want to know about that sort of stuff for? Far better with the Fonz, weren't we? With Chachi and June. If I double a penny 27 times, I wish I'd line up with pennies on the wall if they turned into £1 million. Yeah. I don't know. I suppose it's all PC, politically correct, isn't it, all of it now? So they've taken the humour out of anything. I know some of the things that were said were a bit, but they were funny at the time and they weren't meant to be offensive. Oh, reality TV, rubbish, absolute. I can't be doing Married at First Sight. What the heck's all that all about? Oh, it just encourages young girls to be stupid. You know, Botox and big lips when they're only in their 20s. What the heck's wrong with them? Why do they always want to look like carbon copies of somebody else? What's wrong with being an individual? Why do they all want to look like something off Every Way is Essex or something? Yeah, whatever that is. I don't watch reality shows. It's hard to miss them. Every time you turn over, you're confronted with something else. Love Island and stuff and all that. You can't get away from it, can you? That's why you finish up watching everything you've seen before 3 times, because you can't get away from it. Yeah, I'm still making squares. I'll be making squares this time next year, I think. Yeah, I think I'm Victor Meldrew when it comes to TV programs. And as for Naked Attraction, I mean, that's just pornography, isn't it? Showing everybody's bits and pieces on the television. Can you imagine when they grow older and the children see that? How much do I need? I dread to think thousands, I think, baby, thousands. I haven't even counted because I thought it might put me off. It's ridiculous, John. It's absolutely awful television these days. But like you say, it puts stupid ideas in kids' minds that they think we have to look like the models do with pneumatic tyre trout pouts. Yeah. Why did they ruin it? They're perfectly pretty girls and they ruin themselves with all sorts of procedures. I dread to think what they're going to look like when they're 80. Well, I've lost her. She's gone again. As long as she's not barking, I'm not bothered. King size cover. No, it's not a bed cover, BB. It's 3 throws a 3-seater settee, 2-seater settee, and a chair. Oh, we're off. She started to whine. She's gone upstairs. Excuse me. Sorry about that, people. She's got a loud bark when she wants to for a small little dog. Hey! Rosie! Oh, kids next door outside. Rosie, come here. Come here. Come here. Come here. No. No. It's the kiddies next door on the drive, and she can hear them. Come here, Rosie, come here. Rosie, come. Come on. Good girl. Come on, you know who it is. It's the little children next door. Yeah, they're sitting on the driveway talking. Nothing to worry about. Good girl. She could hear the little voices. They were sitting there. Did I get my yarn unravelled? Does that answer your question, John? A million little balls. Eh, bless her. It's not a puppy bark, it's a little tiny doggy. Excuse me. Puppy, come here. Come here, stop that. Yes, we've heard you. We have heard you, though. Shut up. Come here. Come on. Come on, be a good girl. Oh, I'll be glad when they go in. Excuse me. Come here. Stop barking. It's the children next door. That's all it is. And you know who they are because you see them. Yeah? Okay. Is that all right, Rosie? Poor Max, yeah. Oh, the one where they become millionaires. Yeah, I haven't really watched that one. I watched the more older ones. I sort of watched it for a long time, and then I don't think I watched the last series. I mean, I watched Grantchester and Roxanne. She's now the housekeeper. She's the housekeeper in Grantchester. She's a good actress. I've been listening to Abba and reading a book today. This is the first time I picked up a crochet hook. Been very, very... Oh, Trigger and his broom. When he said he's had the same broom. He's had the same broom for how many years, was it? It's still the same one. He's had new heads on it. He's had new poles on it, but it's still the same broom. The episode I liked was when Del Boy fell into the bar when he was trying to chat that woman up. What's my favourite Abba song? I think Dancing Queen, like everybody's. I don't have a date, Lydia. I'm going to see the specialist on Monday. So maybe he will tell me, how long it will be before I have my operation. Hi, Lydia. You've lost your crojo, Ella. I lose mine all the time. I think anybody who crochets or knits or does whatever loses it at some time. Right, bye, Trish. I envy people who don't lose their crojo or their knit Joe or whatever it is. Joe they do, embroidery Joe. Cross-stitch Joe. You're making apple cider. Oh, that sounds good. Wonder when it'll be ready. Will you give us all a drink? We have to stick to, well, I have to stick to soft drinks. You wouldn't like to see me when I've had a drink. I'm not talkative or anything. I just fall asleep. So you'd find me. So I'm going now. I'm a very poor drunk. Apparently, I become very flirtatious and very talkative for about half an hour. And then I just go to sleep. You know, I tend to love everybody when I've had a drink, which can be a bit dangerous, really, can't it? Yeah. It'll be ready in a few months. Well, that'll be okay then. I only ever drink every few months. The other night I had a drink, I just felt I needed one. You know, when you get that by the way, you do get that feeling, I need a drink. I was a bit rattled about some things. It's the first drink I've had, I think, since the new year. So, you know, it wasn't exactly... I think I would pass the sobriety test. Whenever they say to me, you know, do you drink? You know, when you go over medicals and things, I always say, no, I don't drink. I say, I'm not a teetotal, but I don't really drink. Yeah. I'm not anti-drink. As long as people can hold it. I don't like messy drunks. You know, the ones who don't know their limit and they go over the top and they get to be very annoying. But I love a sociable drunk is nice, isn't it? When they're all pleasant and happy and telling jokes, yeah. Oh my goodness, Denise, that sounds awful. I have arthritis in my wrists. I mean, the other day I could have cried. It was up both my arms. Nathan's convinced I've got fibromyalgia. Yeah, people go through stages, don't they, Connie? When they're getting drunk, they're quite funny, aren't they? But then when they are drunk, they get obnoxious, don't they? And you feel like filming them, don't you, and saying, look, this is what you're like when you've had too much to drink. You know, you're not amusing. Yeah. At least I don't do that. I just fall asleep. You know, you could take me back against places, you know, if it's only to apologise for falling asleep, yeah. Oh, I like to get up and dance. That's the first stage, Connie, before I go to sleep. I'm the life and soul of the party when I've had a drink for about an hour tops. And then I just... That's only after about 2 drinks. So we're not talking about, you know, getting absolutely legless or anything like that. I'm talking about just 2 drinks. Yeah. And I love everybody when I've had 2 drinks. But don't give me 3. I cannot handle it. When you think I used to drink a bottle a day, but that was in my stupid youth. Yeah, I wouldn't recommend it to anybody. There's no fun in it. It damages your kidneys. Yeah. La 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 la. I've been watching, listening to Abba, can't you tell? Certain songs get stuck in your head, don't they? Well, it may not be Abba for you, but you know, when you listen to the radio, you can listen to like lots and lots of different songs. And then there's always one that like gives you an earworm. You can hear it and you hear it. And every time you hum, you find yourself humming it, you know. And you sort of can't get rid of it until something else sticks in your head. Hi, Christy. Yeah, I hope everybody's Crow Joe returns. I'm very hit and miss with mine. It's not here all the time. I can't say, oh, God, I've got a hair. I can't say no, I never go off it, because I do, you know. I have stopped completely. But usually that's for a medical reason, you know, either my shoulder's hurting, my arms are hurting, something's hurting. So I decided to stop for a while. Sometimes I really do lack inspiration. That's why I wanted to, meet up with more crafty people. Because I don't know how you feel, but you rub off on one another. You give each other ideas, don't you? You just, like when I'm with Sue, she used to spark ideas off me. And I hope I did the same for her. Yeah. It's nice when you can do that. But when you're in a sort of desert and I don't mean talk to people online. I mean talk to people in real life. See what they're actually making in real life. I find it very, very inspiring. Yeah. Yeah, I hope your husband's on the mend, Christy. Yeah, I've had COVID, so I know it's no fun. Yeah. Oh, Chris is on the ball. I didn't even read that message. Thank you, Chris. Oh, they're very chatty on here. Very, very chatty. People chat away in the comments, it doesn't bother me in the slightest. I always say, I'm only here in the chair because I'm here in the chair. I'm not one of these people who doesn't let other people talking. If you want to chat away, chat away. Don't know white and blue. Yeah. Oh, Chris, will you get you? There's 2 whistles here. Hey, why am I doing that? I've got all the needles. I need to go on the others. Yeah, whistle, whistle. Do I do what? Another whistle. Oh, you finally got your smell back. Bore and go and bore somebody else, will you, love? Because you're getting on my nerves. You're just being stupid. Miguel's not been too well, so he may not be on. I don't know. He didn't say to a message to say that he wouldn't, but he did say he wouldn't be on somebody else's live, so that he wasn't feeling his best. So maybe we won't see Miguel, or maybe we'll see him later. Yeah. Well, you're not a knitter or a crochet borer, and we can tell that obviously by the questions that you're asking. So why bother to come on a channel where everybody knits and crochets? Ugh. Hi, Nana Mitchell. Do I have it in me? See, that's my earworm for tonight. That's an Abba song. I'd forgotten I ever knew that one, actually. I remember, sitting up when it came on thinking, I've not heard that. And I thought, yes, you have, but it's a long time ago. I need to buy some Abba CDs, I think. I know it's okay saying, I get it on Alexa, but I like to have, my own. My favourite Abba song is Dancing Queen. Does that answer your question? Only because it always gets everybody up on the dance floor. And it's the one everybody knows, isn't it? The one everybody sings to. The one everybody remembers, yeah. I've got a few more that I like, really like. You know, says someone who's watched Mamma Mia about 4 times. I've only watched the second one once. I wasn't as keen on that. It was a bit disjointed, the second one, I thought. You know, I didn't follow it as well. You know, I was kind of like waiting for Meryl Streep to arrive. It never really sort of, well, I don't think it just explained things. And it kept bobbing about and bobbing about, yeah. Hi, Kate. So, how Dancing Queen was played at your house. I think everybody remembers that. I watched Mamma Mia one time in Skiathos where it was filmed. Goldie Hawn and her husband always go to Skiathos every year. I think they've got a place there, a villa or whatever you want to call them. I don't think they call villas in Greece, are they? Muriel's wedding. I remember that vaguely. Remember it vaguely. It was sort of like her Jewish mother was trying to marry her off, wasn't she? Or am I on the wrong one? La la la. Well, I'm turquoise now. I had pink to start off with. I deliberately try not to look at the other squares so that I would, you know, not do the same thing twice if I can help it. I mean, I probably will duplicate it at some stage, but oh gosh, what is he going on? Yeah, they've made a new album. My Alexa was trying to get me to buy, not to buy the album, to buy the each month. You pay so much each month to listen to it, and I thought, no, I thought I would rather buy the album. Yeah. You know, why would you pay £6 or £7 a month to listen to the Abba when you can go and buy it for about £12? Yeah. Oh, I'm on the wrong one then. Oh, my phone going ting. I don't know why. My Poppy doesn't like that noise. She goes mad when it tings. Don't know why. She never used to. It must set her ears off. The ting. Better have a look, make sure it's not a message from anybody. I don't even think it was my ting, actually. Oh, yeah, it was. It's just my friend giving me a thumbs up. Oh, here we go. Some idiot outside making a noise. Rosie, come here, darling. Oh, big and started now. Hang on. Oh, Rosie. Rosie, come on. Rosie. Rosie. Come on, Rosie. Rosie. What are you doing? What are you barking at? You silly bear. You're a silly bear. You're a silly bear. You're a silly bear. Oh, people keep passing by in the street. Normally it doesn't bother Rosie, but with her mum not being here, it's getting on her nerves, yeah. Oh dear. Will somebody get rid of these people? Chris, will you do your stuff? Chris, do your stuff. Oh, we've got the stupids and oh, stupid, stupid, stupid. Made you whistle. We need to report them. If they start being a mess, report them for being a nuisance. I've stopped messing about now. I just report them. I hope they get pulled. There's probably one little boy who's somewhere in his little bedroom changing his name. It's not necessarily different people. It can be the same person. Just think that they're, once you sort of bar them with one name and then they come back with another, like, I'm here again. Like some annoying little gnat. Trevor, I haven't seen Trevor actually for a few weeks. He's probably been doing his own live videos, Denise. Nathan, I don't know. He's not been on yet. But that's not to say he won't appear. Because sometimes he's here, but he lurks. Oh, it's somebody outside making row. Making a racket. Rosie doesn't like it. Oh. Well, somebody's talking outside. Hang on. I need to convince Rosie to come in. Rosie. 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 Hello. What is it that's upsetting you? Eh? What is it? Who is it, Rosie? Hello. Oh dear. Come on. No, you can't go out the front door. Oh, it's the people next door talking loud in the kitchen, which is perfectly allowed to do, but Rosie doesn't think they should. Oh. Yeah, Trev, Trev comes and goes as he pleases, I suppose, like everybody does, doesn't he? He's probably doing it live, doing his diamond painting, like Chris says. Yeah. I don't know whether he's been doing lives or not, Denise. I don't know. I'm a poor one. I really am bad at watching lives. I really get ashamed of myself, really. It was Rosie that was barking. She took exception. The kitchens are together and I had the back door open. And the people next door are not doing anything wrong. They're just talking in their kitchen. And of course, they've got their kitchen window open. So Rosie's taking objections to them being in their own kitchen. So I've had to shut the kitchen door, which is a bit dangerous, really, because that's where they go when they want to go potty, yeah? As soon as she's finished in her kitchen next door, maybe she's cooking, I don't know, yeah. But she's not doing anything wrong. She's not yelling and bawling. She's just talking in her own kitchen. But you know what animals are like? They don't think anybody else should make a noise except them. I'm sure the neighbours, it's a wonder they haven't been round to complain. Because she does bark a lot. Any little noise and she's... Tonight, before I came on here, she was going potty, and I'm going like, Rosie, this is not amusing. You know, this is not funny, girls. Shut up. I know she's only a puppy, but she's got to learn. Well, one starts barking, Lydia, the other one starts, yeah. So I've had to shut the kitchen door now. She can't hear. But the problem is now she'll probably pee on the floor. Yeah. Oh, God, will you get rid of him? Go and play in the backyard. Go and play with the alligators. You're making the old eyes read rubbish. Yeah, I don't know. Do you know, you get weeks, don't you, and it's been great. Then you get a week where there's an idiot. You know, the idiot in the room. He's probably back now, thinking of another name he can call himself so he can come back in again. Still, I suppose it's keeping him amused. It's keeping him out of the way of his mum and dad. You know, they're probably thinking he's doing his homework or something, you know. Little do they know. You know, go and play in your room. So go and do your homework. Oh, yes, Mum, I'm going to do my homework. No, I'm not. I'm going to go and bug some people that are having an intelligent conversation. So I'll go and bug them. And I'll find it so amusing. Like Santa Claus is come. Who are you woofing at now, Mrs.? That was Poppy. That was a deep woof. La 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 la. Oh, gosh. Now the conversations all stop. My, whatever you call it, my script, my bit, the side stop dead. It'll start up in a minute again. If you're talking to me, I'm sorry because I can't see. But it'll start in a minute or two. I'll just carry on crocheting and talking to myself until it does. Sing as we go and let the world go by. Oh, Poppy didn't like me singing. Don't blame her. I'll never make it on the X Factor, will I? Let's face it. Ooh. I must apologise for this lunatic that has stopped all the... I'll just remove him. Ah, there you are. Now I've removed him. It's all gone back to normal. It's probably the same little boy. It really is. Somebody opened the gate to the asylum. Yeah, I could see you now. Yeah. Yeah, Nathan, we need you and Chris. You have to be on full alert tonight. There's an idiot in the room. Yeah, I've got my chocolate and I've got my crisps, but I haven't eaten them yet. I'm still on my first cup of coffee, even though it's gone cold. Yeah, it's gone cold. I don't like iced coffee when it's not iced coffee. Yeah, go on. You tell them off, Nathan. I need to go shopping and get some supplies. I thought there would have been a toffee stall, you know, a homemade fudge, fancy biscuits or cakes or something like that, you know, at the craft fair, because there usually is. I mean, the last craft fair I went to, they had pickles, they had cheese, they had bread, they had all sorts of things for sale, but there wasn't at this one. Oh, Rosie had Christine back. I'm sorry, Jane. She's a bit like that. Which is better, Coronation Street or EastEnders? Neither, because I don't watch either. You'd have to ask somebody who's a fan, because I'm not. I'm not a soap person. The only soap is in the shower or the washing machine. That's the only soap in this house. I used to watch them when they were decent, when they could act. I used to watch them then, but now, how they get awards for anything, I do not know. I mean, award for the best soap actress, that's not hard because they're all rubbish, aren't they? So it's just like picking the least hammy of the lot of them. Yeah, I like historical, I like factual broadcasts, or I like people who've got something to say or to show. You know, these people who walk all around the British Isles, or people who go, like Susan Calman, and she does these trips to Scotland and that. You know, I do like things like that, you know. Maybe Kaz is working. It's probably daytime where Kaz is. I don't know where she is. Sure, somebody will tell me. Yeah, she's got a new job, hasn't she now? So hopefully she's happily working. Whee! You know, that's what we need, people who are happy. I've got these yucky Aldi crisps tonight. That's why I need to go shopping. She's working in, oh, I forgot she was in the UK. Yeah. Oh, hello, Denise. I think you did actually, yeah. Yeah, Tony Robinson and everything like that. I like things like that. I used to like Time Team in with the Jazzy Jumper on the Mudlarks when they go up and down the Thames. See, I'm a boring old whatnot. I like all things like that. I've been watching the Canal Journeys with Sheila Hancock and Giles Brandreth. The House of Fraser, she's working at, Denise. It's 10 o'clock. She may have been working. She may be tired. She may have been working till 6. A lot of shops do. Open till 6. I'm glad I'm not in retail anymore. I worked every Saturday for about 40 years. And I went to the job centre, and that was Monday to Friday, so that was great. Weekends, well, hey, weekends off. And then they started talking about opening on a Saturday. I said, well, you can count me out. I'm not doing it. Oh, you have to, it's terms of your contract. I said, show me. Show me where it says in my contract I have to work on a Saturday. Spuds and oxtail soup. Woo! Did you make it yourself, or is it out of a tin? My mum used to cook oxtail. I wouldn't even know where to start. Sunday's yuck. I like Sunday. I like Endeavour, isn't it, on a Sunday? Used to be Vera, but it's Endeavour now. Sundays are lying bed days usually, and bacon and egg for breakfast. Oh, out of a packet. I've not seen that. I've seen tins. Not had oxtail soup for years. Oh, people working on a Sunday, yeah. But never used to. Never used to. You get the odd shop that would open for a couple of hours on a Sunday when I was small. We got to be quiet because you're eating. No, you have to be quiet because you're eating, not me. Yeah, Sundays, they used to be what we used to call the off-door license. I suppose you would call them the licensed premises that sold liquor, beer, whatever. They used to be open sometimes on a Sunday evening for a short length of time. Some shops would be open for a couple of hours in the afternoon, but most shops used to be closed on a Sunday. Chris, has probably never seen an oxtail. It's probably oxtail flavouring, which could be anything. It's synthetic. You dread to think what you're having these days, don't you? But don't let's put John off his dinner. I used to work every Saturday because I had a shop. I did used to get Sundays off, although my mother would have opened Sundays. She thought we could get away with it. She was a bit like Arkwright, open all hours, my mother. Your oxtail soup's gone out the door, is it that bad? Sundays was Sunday though back then. Everybody was, it was definitely a day of rest and it was great, unless you were a nurse or a doctor, of course. Paramedic or something, whatever they used to call them, ambulance men in the old days. Oh, Chris spotted it because he said it was oxtail on the bowl. All right. But it used to be so much pleasanter on a Sunday. I remember when they started opening shops on a Sunday, I said, I'm never going to shop on a Sunday. I mean, that's changed over the years, but I said, I'm against it. I'm not doing Sunday trading. When they first introduced Sunday trading, they said people didn't have to work it if they were religious and they wanted to have the day of the Lord off. Well, then it soon stopped. The employers didn't adhere to that at all. It was like, oh, you'll work Sundays or else. Yeah, that's in your contract. If you want a job, you'll work Sunday. The little terror's gone quiet. I don't know whether I ought to open the back door, though. That's probably one reason why I never go to a car boot, Kate. I'll probably come back with a load of tat I didn't want. I used to go charity shopping. I used to go in all the time. You know, every week I would go in the charity shop on the day when they put the new stuff out. But I stopped. I was buying all sorts of stuff I didn't want. Oh, that's pretty. I love that. Oh, that's lovely. That's a bargain. Woohoo. You find yarn. You must have better car boot sales than we do. And the ones I've been to, it's usually bits of old pottery, tatty old electrical stalls, you know, ornaments, junk, stuff like that. Oh, I love the charity shops, yeah. I haven't been in any of these, though, I must admit. They haven't tempted me. I want to go to a charity shop in a really good area, you know, where they're giving good stuff. When I worked in Royton, I won't say it was upmarket, but the people who handed things in there, they were really good quality. They weren't tat. You know, you get a few designer labels and stuff. I used to dress really well when I lived there. But here, the charity shops don't look as upmarket. Look a bit tatty. I've been in a couple, but only to drop stuff off, not to buy anything. They do, Kate. I mean, round here it's all tat. Some of the stuff in the charity shop here, I wouldn't have given them. I'd have put it in the bin. And I'm a recycler, but everything. But some of the stuff they have for sale, I wouldn't have, you know, ashamed to take it in. Let alone anybody buy it. What I don't like is when they price things that are like, I know that it's a charity and I know they're trying to get as much money as they can, but when they price things like a similar price to it would be if you bought it from new, you know. You're not going to buy it, are you? You know, I've seen Primark shirts like a £5 when you know they're only a £5 in the shop. You can understand it if they're decent things, yeah. You know, designer labels. If they put £10 on something and you know it's a designer label that's cost hundreds of pounds in the new when it was new, that I don't mind. But I'm not paying £5 for a Primark blouse I could have bought for £5 in the shop. I want a new one for that. Yeah. They're very cagey. They don't throw anything where you can get at it round here. If they throw it out, they have it collected, you know, for rags and stuff. They weigh it in and they get so much for it, don't they, for shoddy, or what they used to call shoddy. They pulverise it up and make mops and dishcloths and stuff. They don't put anything in the dumpster around here except food, I suppose. And they have locks on. I mean, when I worked at Asda, they wouldn't give anything away. You know, if you asked for something that was like a bit dinted in the box, no, we can't sell it. It's damaged. I said, it's just dented the box. It's not even got not gone through. It's not got a hole where it could get any kind of bacteria in it. We're talking about a dent in the box. No, it has to be scrapped. Yeah, I think it's. I know they're out to make as much money as they can, but overpricing just doesn't work. When you go in a charity shop and something's £5 and you know it's not anything, you'd pay £2, £3, £4 even, but you don't want to pay £5 for something that doesn't look as though it cost that much in the first place. Yeah. When I get to St Anne's, I've got to go to see this lady who's got the craft shop in St Anne's. She wants me to go for the day. So I can't be all that awful, can I? Somebody wants me to go for the day. And she said we'd have a chat about this web page, and we'd have because I'll give her some trade because I want some paint for my doll's house, don't I? My son's trying to persuade me to take the windows off it, but the windows are stuck on the front and also stuck on the back. So it's going to be a lot of gluing and sticking if I take them all off. So I think I'm going to try and paint them in situ, some masking tape and a steady hand, Anything, yeah. I did look if there was any new ones to buy, but I can't buy them that are right size. So I'm not going to buy 9 new windows when I can't buy them anyway. Can't buy the right size. I probably have to go to a doll's shop, a doll's house shop, where they probably charge me £20 a window or something. Get out and put windows put in the house for less than that. So I'll just paint the ones I've got. Hey ho, and the merry will be under the oak and the sycamore tree. I've got a shiny red nose. I think I'm turning into Rudolph for the Christmas period. I don't know why my nose is so red. I'm not a drinker. They always say red nose is like people who booze a lot, don't they, or drink a lot. The cartoons always used to have people with big bullish noses when they were there with a pint and being drunk. A bit like Andy Capp and stuff. British people will know who Andy Capp is. American people maybe know. I don't know if Andy Capp ever made it over there. Andy Capp and Flo. Yeah. Hey, 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 hey. So what are you all doing this weekend? Anything nice? Anybody got any venues to go to? Anybody got weddings, funerals, christenings, anything? Barbecue? Nobody's saying anything. Oh, you know who Andy Capp is? Oh, yeah, I think it. Well, I used to think he was funny. I mean, now he's kind of like sexist, isn't he? But at the time, I thought he was funny. Oh, he made it over there, did he? Yeah. I mean, I don't know who does his drawings now because he died, the actual author, or whatever you want to call him, the inventor of Andy Capp. But I still see him in the papers, so somebody must have took him over, if you know what I mean, to continue his fate. Yeah, we've got no Shad either this week, have we? No Ian, no Isaac as yet. Oh, you saw a wedding party outside. Ooh. You're going for a cookout. It's a bit like a barbecue, that, Ginger. I'm not quite certain what a cookout is. Or is it like lots of barbecue stalls where they're selling food? I'm not familiar with the expression cookout. Yeah. I'm going to have something to eat, I think. I've had my crisps. I've got a Kit Kat and I've got a twirl. You're putting beads on a shawl. I got a lot of beads the other day. They actually finally came from China, although I'm disappointed in the embroidery rings. They're about that big. That is not an embroidery ring. So I waited for weeks for them to come from China. Well, they're so teeny tiny, they're not worth having. You're going to the Cotswolds. Oh, I hope the weather's nice for you. As long as it doesn't fiddle down, you're all right, aren't you? Well, it's something to do, Lydia. Icing your knee. Not the best thing in the world, is it? Well, if it gives you relief. You're looking forward to a steak. We don't do much at the weekends, although my family's gone out to a concert tonight. Don't ask me where. Don't ask me what. Probably some rock band somewhere. Can he go through her drawers? I should hope he was banned. Don't ask an air hostess to go through her drawers. Even if he did mean the ones with the knives and forks in, you know. Oh dear, Ruth. You'd have to save your pennies, like I'm trying to save my pennies. Not doing very well, though. I keep finding other things to spend my money on. I don't mean big things. But, you know, the little nibbly things that you keep buying that take away your pennies. I should be more firm. Stop buying silly things that I don't need. Oh, Harry Styles. What group was he in, Harry Styles? No, he's not anymore, but what was he in? There's been so many copies of his jacket, haven't there? Oh, hi from Brisbane. Hi, Barbara. I'll go and open the back door now if it's gone quiet. Just in case either of them needs a wee. It's all quiet out there now because my neighbour's put her kitchen light out. So she must have stopped cooking So it's all quiet out there now. So I've opened the Christmas tree. I'm going potty. I've opened the back door, not the Christmas tree. Oh dear. Oh, I think it's because I read Amanda saying Christmas crochet. That's what made me say Christmas tree. Oh, I couldn't crochet a big blanket except in little squares. Which is why I'm doing it in squares. I couldn't do big things now. Oh dear. Yeah, I've opened the back door because the little one will go out and have a wee. We've got a more or less trained. She's not doing too bad. But if the back door's not open, she can't go for a wee, can she? Don't want a puddle on the floor. It's a twirl. I don't know. I don't know, Lydia. I just read the comments as they come up, yeah. You always see the answer to the questions before you see the questions. I can't explain that to you, Lydia. I thought you were going to be like Miguel and say you were confused. Miguel still can't understand Sue. Poor Sue. I've got a crystal ball. I say the answers before I see the question. YouTube has just told me I've gone live. Elton John, yeah. It's not well though, is it? I idly looked at the ticket prices for Il Divo, because I love Il Divo. £243. And that wasn't even the good seats. And they were sold out. People must have a lot of money. If it was £243 for a ticket, and there's like hundreds of people there, isn't there? I know it's a group, and I know there's like 4 of them. And then there's a massive big orchestra, so it takes some paying, doesn't it? But still, £243 for a ticket. I thought it was. I thought it was bad enough when I paid £80 a ticket to see Luther Vandross when he was still alive. Mine says top chat now, Chris. Don't know why. I'm in top chat, Chris. I didn't know what the other one was. Whether it would affect me or not, I don't know. I'm seeing everything as it is, so. Huh? I don't know. I'm staying in top chat so I can see you all. I did see Luther Vandross and he was absolutely amazing. He didn't flatten any of the notes, you know, like some singers do when they get on older. Instead of hitting the high notes and the low notes, they sort of sing in the middle, don't they? Not him. The only thing I was a bit cross about, because he was having one of his fat times, and you know how it used to bother him, his weight, so he wouldn't allow the screens to go up. So even though I heard him, I could see a little thing about that big on the stage. And that was like, you know, £80 a ticket, and you're looking at a little diddy man on the stage. Oh, I would have loved to have seen him, actually. If I'd known he wasn't going to do that, I would have took my binoculars, you know, with little opera glasses with me. Oh, he did die too young. Him and Marvin Gaye. He died too young, yeah. Yeah, I hadn't seen anybody for ages and ages. Years, in fact, I hadn't seen anybody alive. But when I knew Luther Vandross was coming to Manchester, I just had to get a ticket. Oh, gosh, many years ago. It was before the year 2000. The only reason I'm saying that is I got tickets from my boyfriend to come with me. And at the last minute, he let me down. So I went on my own. So I had a spare ticket that nobody wanted. So we ended in the year 2000, so it would have been before then. So it would have been in the 90s sometime that I went to see him. Yeah, the year 2000 wasn't a good one for me. It didn't start off well. When your boyfriend of 9 years finishes with you, goes off with somebody else just before the new year, it's not a good start, is it? Millennium and all. Millennium. Yeah, he didn't tell me until it was too late for me to get anybody to go. If he'd have told me the night before that he wasn't coming, I should have known that was the beginning and the end, shouldn't I? When he didn't, when he let me down like that. Some lame excuse or other. But not to tell me until about half hour before I was due to set off to go. That was a bit bad of him. Yeah, it turned out he was in the end as well, Kate. Don't get me wrong, I still love him to bits, but he wasn't the best boyfriend in the world. I don't know what's wrong with Elton. I know, man, he's getting on a bit. Let's face it, he probably needs a new hip by now. Probably needs a hip replacement before he can shake it about. I can hear the little one somewhere. I don't know where she is. She's probably asleep on the carpet. Yeah, we're getting ready for hip replacements. All our idols having heart attacks. Everything. I mean, the other week was Charlie Watts, wasn't it? Poor little soul. But he was 80, bless him. I mean, still thinking about drumming when he's 80. Oh, I've got a cousin who's 80. Whenever. He's only just stopped building boats. You know, some people do carry on, don't they? And Sheila Hancock, who's doing the canal trips, you know, with Giles Brandreth on the telly, she's 88. 88 and still steering a canal barge. And I'm like, oh, God, I hope I'm like that when I'm 88. Man, I wouldn't be steering a barge, unfortunately. I'd like to go on a canal barge, but I would have to be a passenger. But we tell your mum she's doing very well there, Kate. I'm 75 and I can't touch my toes. It's the pin in my back that stops me. I can sort of touch my toes if I go sideways. But my back doesn't bend in the middle. Well, it does kind of bend in the middle, but not when it comes to things like touching toes and cutting toenails. It doesn't go that far down. Yeah. Oh, I've got to make me bed. Oh, I didn't make me bed before the live. Oh, how annoying. Now I'm going to have to make me bed before I can get in it. Did anybody else do that? Strip the bed and forget to make it? Or I think, I'm not putting new on, I'll have to go and look for new. I'll just wash and dry what I've got and put that back on again, which is what I did. One bit of it wasn't quite dry, so it would have to be the undersheet. So I left it. The duvet's got a cover on it. Now I've got to put the bottom sheet on. How long am I live streaming for? Oh, I don't know, John. I don't know. Until I fall asleep or get fed up. Whichever comes first, yeah. So I can't tell you that. Be at least another hour, I would imagine. The brat of yours didn't clean up poop in the yard. Well, what if it? You can't expect an animal to clean its own poop up. What year did I start? Oh gosh, I don't know when I started doing live streaming. It's about a couple of years ago, I think. I've been doing videoing for, I think it's 9 years now. You know, just my ordinary videos where I used to do the crochet and stuff. Show what I'd bought and stuff when I was being very prolific back in the day. But the live, I think I started it about 2 years ago. I'm sure somebody on here will tell you. I mean, it was way before I came here. And been here, 9 months or more now, haven't I? I came in December. And we're in September now. So if I was having a baby, I would have had it by now. I can't remember. I'm not one for anniversaries. You know, when some people will say, oh, it's 243 days, 6 hours and 25 minutes since I started my live, or since I started my channel. It's my my half-year anniversary. I haven't got a clue. I haven't got a clue when I started. I suppose I could go and look it up, but I don't know when I started going lives. Don't know. I can't even remember, you know, what year anything happens. When they're saying to me, what year did you have your knee done? What year did you have your back done? When did you have your tonsils took out? I don't remember dates like that. And I threw away all my letters when I came here. I decided I was never going to go back to that hospital, so I shredded everything up. Unfortunately, I shredded up some letters that I should have kept. You know, the ones that were saying what was wrong with my back and my hips and my legs and stuff. Should have kept them, but you know, you don't think at the time, do you? You've been watching my videos since 2014. That would probably be my ordinary videos, Jean. I don't think it would be my live ones. I only found out how to do lives about 2 years ago. Before that, I didn't know how to do them. Some people have got those kind of memories, you know, that they can remember what year they had this and what year they had that. I remember the big dates, you know, like when my son was born and when I got married. But I didn't remember what day I got divorced. I did find my divorce papers the other day. Not that I'm thinking of getting remarried, but I did find them. But I've forgotten the date now. I did look and think, oh, that's the date I got divorced. But no, I forgot, and it was only last week I found them. It's not a vital date, you know what I mean? Yeah, my usual videos, I've been doing those quite a long time. I think it's about 9 years, somebody said. Or maybe it was YouTube that told me. Oh, now my stomach's making growly noises. Oh, shush, stomach. Oh, I'm really not looking forward to going to bed now and making my bed. You can be dead tired and then you got to go and make your bed. Then you wake up, don't you? I haven't got to make the whole bed. I've just got to put the mattress protector on and my bottom sheet. I had a new mattress, you see, when I got here, so I don't want to have any marks on it. The 9th of October, I joined. Oh, that's the anniversary of the day my dad died. He died on the 9th of October. Ah. First live was 2018. My goodness me. Have I been live for nearly for 3 years? No, 2 and a bit years, yeah. Oh, the animals are fighting. It's all right. Poppy will put her in a place. Rosie, come away. What's she doing at you, Poppy? Rosie, stop on aggravating Poppy. Poppy's been all lovely and asleep and everything, and Rosie's obviously started ragging on her now. Oh. Who'd have animals? Coming up to a big anniversary. Really? Z doesn't make many out. Oh, it's getting hairy out there. What's she doing at you, Poppy? You tell her off. Rosie, stop it. Leave Poppy alone. Hey, leave Poppy alone. Rosie's being a bee. She's jumping up and biting Poppy's mouth. Ooh. Yeah, I haven't seen many videos from Z lately, unless I've missed them. Oh, Lord above. There's got to be ructions here. She's still chasing Poppy around. Poppy's gone upstairs out the way. Oh. Roll on midnight or whatever time they come back. Oh, Poppy's 14 and she's not been well. The poor girl's been sick. And Rosie doesn't understand. She's like, I want to play, I want to play. She's 6 months old and full of bounce. Now she's crying because Poppy won't play with her. October 2011 to October 20. My goodness, 10 years. Oh, I'm glad she's been having a good time. She's had a bit of a rough time of it lately, hasn't she? What's the matter, Rosie? What are you crying for? You know, with her rheumatoid arthritis and stuff, he's been going through it, hasn't she? I can sympathise because I've got bad arthritis. Not rheumatoid arthritis. I don't think so, anyway. But, Rosie! 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 What you doing? Rosie! What you doing? Rosie, will you leave Poppy alone? What's she doing at you, Pop? What's she doing, Poppy? What's she... Rosie, stop it with Poppy. Oh, if you could see her, she's jumping on Poppy's head. Look, Rosie, behave. What's she doing at you, Poppy? What's she doing? Yeah, no, it's not right, is it, darling? Not right. Poppy's so placid with her. Rosie, stop it with Poppy. Come here, Pop. Come here, darling. Come here, Poppy. Stop it, Rosie. Rosie, behave. Sit down and behave. It's all right, Pop, isn't it? It's a shame, isn't it? She's been a naughty girl, isn't she? You sit down, Poppy. You go sit down. Rosie, sit down. Lie down, Rosie. Rosie, lie down. Rosie, lie down. Rosie, stop it. Stop it. Poppy is being so patient with her and she's biting her mouth, biting everywhere. You're being a little monkey, Rosie. What time are they coming home again? Rosie, stop it. She's gone upstairs again. And then when she finds out they're not there, she'll start crying again. Yeah, don't you just love children? Oh, who's just gone? Oh, gosh. Kate. Right, bye, Kate. See you later. Oi! Rosie. Hi, Miguel. Hi, Shad. Hi, whoever else has come here. Anybody want a puppy? Go and cheap. Free. Or raffle her. Rosie, behave. Hi, Miguel. Rosie's being a monkey. She's tormenting the living daylights out of poor Poppy. And Poppy's not well. She's been sick. Apologies to anybody who might be eating. Yeah, free to the highest bidder, yeah. They'd probably want her back again, but, you know, it's touch and go with Grandma. Especially ragging on Poppy because Poppy's my angel. Poppy can do no wrong. Rosie's just being a puppy. She's just tormenting the living daylights out of her older sister. But unfortunately, Poppy's getting an old girl now, you know. And she isn't quite the girl she was. She has these little bursts of energy, does Poppy, but Rosie usually runs and runs and runs till she drops and then she about 2 hours. But sadly, tonight, she is not, you know, going to sleep. They said, oh, it's all right, you know, as soon as we've gone out, like, she'll cry for a little bit and then she'll go to sleep. She's had about 10 minutes, I think. There'll be sounds of fighting again in a minute. Rosie. I feel so sorry for Poppy. It's the first time I've looked after Rosie for any length of time. I've looked after her for half an hour at a time, you know, when they've gone out just to the shop or something. But it's the first time I've been trusted with her for any length of time. Well, we thought that, you know, Poppy would train her, but sadly Poppy's just not well at all. Yeah, she's just a poorly little girl at the minute. She's been to the vet, you know, and her blood work's absolutely fine, but she still keeps being sick, so we don't know what it is. We don't know. But she's been cleared of any infections and anything like that, so I've got a fly. But I've got fly spray today. So this fly is going to get sprayed if it keeps dive bombing me. I got my daughter-in-law, after last week, I got my daughter-in-law to get me some fly killer. It's all gone quiet out there. Perhaps Poppy's killed her. I doubt it. She's too soft-hearted. Oh, excuse me. She's too soft-hearted. Is our Poppy. I'm on my third colour now. Third colour. Pink, turquoise, lemon, and a fly. Necklace. There you go. Big marbles. To match my glitter. I've got glitter. And I've got pink and turquoise in my top. So I have to match, yeah. Oh, I know, poor Poppy. She's not a youngster, is she? You know, you worry every time she goes to the vet. In case you get some worrying, you know, news. What are you doing, Rosie? What are you doing? I've got Rosie. She's come here. What are you doing? Why don't you go sit on the seat? Go sit on the seat. Good girl. Go sleepies. She's curled up on my chair. Let's hope she's run out of steam. She does that. She goes has a mad half hour, then she goes. Poof. So let's hope she sleeps for a while. Yeah, she's just curled up in a ball. At least it gives Poppy some peace, doesn't it? Oh dear. I mean, poor old girl. She just wants to sit and sleep half the time. She just isn't well. When you get somebody going in your face all the time, it's not nice, is it? Poppy puts her in a place. I mean, she doesn't bite her or anything. Oh, bye-bye, Miguel. Bye-bye. That was short and sweet. My stomach is rolling like mad, making terrible noises. Oh, she's off. Thought that wouldn't last long. She wasn't even 5 minutes on that chair. She's worse than her father. Her human father. He never slept. He was a little so-and-so when he was little. Wait while they come home. She'll sleep, they said. You won't get a peep out of her, they said. Rosie, why are you crying? Every now and again, she seems to realise that they've gone out and left her. And she has a cry for a little bit. Rosie. Rosie. Hi, Donna. Sore foot and all. Oh, dearie me. What accident has befallen you? Have you tripped over? Have you dropped something on your foot? What have you done? Oh, a fractured foot. Oh, that was clumsy of you. What did you fall over? That's my dread, breaking something. If I do break something, I hope it's a foot and not an hand. Can you imagine me with a pot on my arm? I'd be going potty. Hi, Kaz. How did your work go? Did you get on all right at your new job? How did it go? You haven't told us. Oh, you haven't started. There, we all thought you'd started this week. We were all saying, oh, Cassie's at a new job. And no, you weren't. What are you doing, missus? Go, stop crying. I'm not talking to myself, by the way, if anybody's just new in. Talking to the dog. What are you doing, baby? Why don't you go to sleep? Why don't you go to sleepy peepee? Eh? Go sleepy peepee. Here, Grandma. Let's see how long she sits on the chair. Oh, you've been out with your daughters? Oh, at least you've been out and about, dear, which is more than we could say for us. Yeah, I'm looking after two dogs today, if you're wondering who I'm talking to. I'm looking after Rosie Posey and Poppy, who's been sick. So I'm having a good time so far. Trying to get Rosie to go to sleep. You turned your foot stepping off a step. Do you know, more people hurt themselves, just like falling off a curbstone or a step. You can fall off a building and not do anything, and then you just wobble over on your ankle and you break it. I just don't get it. I mean, my mum just fell and she fractured all her thumb and all down here and down her arm as well. And all she did was just fall. I mean, but I mean, she just had a fall that you would normally get up from and say, oh dear, I've hurt my knee. Just one of them kind of falls, yeah. But she made a right mess of her thumb and that bit there going into her wrist. So she had to have a pot on all the way up here. And it was her right hand. She was so miserable because she couldn't do her knitting. Yeah, no, it just seems silly, doesn't it, Denise, that you can do such a smallest thing and break your ankle, and yet you can fall from a building practically and not do a thing. I mean, I dread it because I've got osteoporosis and my bones are not that good. I dread falling over. In case I do something drastic. If I've got to break something, I want it to be my feet because I've got my scooter, haven't I? Don't want to break my arms or my neck, for that matter. That didn't stay long, did she, on the chair? Off the chair she went. Don't know where she's gone. But she's quiet and she's not whining, so I'm not going looking. Yeah, getting old's not for sissies. You're right there, Denise. We get brittle bones. We get all sorts of things, don't we? I tell you, if it's icy, Kaz, you won't get me out the door. I'm not the brave kind. Although they do say we do get frost and stuff. It's something to do with being right by the sea and the salt being in the air. They were all quite amazed because when we moved here, they actually got about an inch of snow. Didn't last 2 seconds, but they got an inch of snow. And that's the first snow they'd had in donkey's years. Apparently it doesn't snow here, so we shall see what we shall see, if it's a bad winter or not. They get a bit of frost, yeah. What are you doing, little girl? Don't know where she's gone now. She's got a sort of a bit of a jingly thing on her collar, so she sounds like she's got a bell. So you can hear her jingling when she comes round. I was going to say it's all gone quiet, but I've just heard her. Tell you what, she'll sleep tonight. They keep saying she sleeps half the time. She'll sleep tonight, this one will. Yeah, the ice does come though, Kaz. It's not that it doesn't come, it does. Just doesn't last long. The salt in the air just melts it off. Oh, my squares. Oh, I think I've done 130 now, I think. I knew how many I'd done and then I lost count. Or it might be 140. I don't know. I'll be glad when I get to 200. At least then I can... When I get to 200, I can start having a count of how many more I'm going to need before it puts me off. If I start counting now and find I need another 400 or something, I'll go mad. I just hope that Rosie doesn't chew it, otherwise I should be really annoyed if Rosie chews it. I will not be amused. $16 hours is a good time. Good. Just gets you into the flow of working. Working full time is hard, I think, when you've not worked for a while. It's like, oh my goodness me. But I think 16 hours is enough just to break you in, so to speak. My son's doing 16 hours at the moment, which is what he wanted. But he went in today voluntarily, so I suppose it's overtime. He didn't have to. But he just wanted a little job just to get out of the house. And oh, did I save it, Kaz? I've used some of it up, but look at all the teeny weeny little balls. I've got part balls. Look, that's what happened to it when I unravelled it all. Luckily, I'm doing granny square, so I can use the little balls up. Just means I've got a lot more darning to do. She's a pain. It nearly happened again today. I was in my bedroom reading, and I looked into the conservatory, and she's dragging my wool bag around the conservatory. So I just shouted at her and took it off her. Luckily, the conservatory door was closed, otherwise it would have been all around the garden again. She's a little tinker. I hope she doesn't do it with my new wool when it arrives, because that isn't cheap. It's boho spirit that's coming. £30 worth of wool coming. So I hope she doesn't mess with that. She messes with that, she'll be definitely looking for a new home. I'll have to keep that well out of her way. Yeah, that's what the lady chose. She wanted, excuse me, my knee. She wanted the same colours I use in my jacket, so that was the boho spirit. I think it was carnival. It's the one with all the pinks and turquoises in and all the bright colours. I think it's carnival. I managed to get it from Wool Warehouse anyway. I could have probably got it pennies cheaper if I'd have gone somewhere else, but I tend to stay with, wool companies that I know. When you start off with other different people, then you don't know what the delivery times are like. Some lion brown bandana. I haven't had any, well, because I'm not in America, obviously. You can get some American yarns if you go on Wool Warehouse. They do have some things of Karen and some things of Red Heart and stuff. Yeah, it could be, I think it's Festival. It's a bright one. The very brightest colour she wants. Same as my jacket, yeah. Yeah, I didn't have any left in my shed. I had some more of another colour, but not enough to do a jacket. Just about 3 or 4, that's all. It's going to take a bit because the lady wants it longer and she wants pockets as well. So my daughter-in-law said, I thought you weren't going to take any more orders. I said, when they want to pay me. When they put an order in, yes, I will. She never quibbled to the price at all. Yeah. Oh dear, you'll have to put a spurt on, Denise, then, otherwise babies grow so fast. I hardly ever make first size. I always make like a 20-inch chest. Oh, money talks indeed, it does, Denise. I quoted her my top price and she didn't flinch and didn't bat an eyelid. She went, yeah, can you make me one? And I thought, yes, can. Now, I won't take orders if anybody's got a penny pinch and money and argue and whatnot. But no, she didn't argue. She just said, I want the same colour as you've got. She said, I would have taken the one off your back if it would have fitted me. Because she was a slightly larger lady than I was. And she likes her jackets oversized. So I'm going to be making a lot more squares. But these will be different squares because they've got circular centres. So this is slightly different. I only hope I can find the pattern. Could be all day in the shed looking for that. Yeah, unless I know it's for a small baby or a premature baby, I don't do the first size. Oh, I need more lemon. I've only done half of the squares with this little ball of lemon I've got. I've got stomachache. My colonoscopy didn't get rid of my stomachache. Oh, I didn't give that pattern away, Kaz. That's one thing I wouldn't have done. No, the patterns that I really like. I've actually still got it on Ravelry, but it means printing it out again. And it's about, about 10 or 12 pages long. So I'm hoping I can find the original copy. I don't fancy printing it all out, yeah. Was it a knitted shawl? Shad been, as it was taking you a long time to do it. Oh, tell you if it was a knitted shawl, it would take me forever. I've not finished anything, Kaz. I'm still on these blinking granny squares. I think I'll be on these granny squares at Christmas. Oh, if it was a knitted shawl, it would never have got done with me, Shad. I can't knit on circular needles, so I can't cope when there's lots and lots of stitches on, yeah. I can't cope with that. Hello, Chris. No, I didn't watch Stephen West. No, was it weird? I don't think I've watched Stephen West. He does a lot of knitting, doesn't he, as far as I know? Oh, I've got backache. I've just seen where Rosie is. She's asleep in front of, well, what would be the fire, if the fire was on. She's asleep there. He had people dancing around with yarn all over him. What a weirdo. What was he supposed to be advertising? Was he advertising the wool or the yarn or what? Oh, you're making pumpkin bread. I hate to say this, but I don't like pumpkins. I was getting told off by my friend yesterday because I don't like Halloween. Well, I don't. And she goes, "Oh, you're weird. You don't like Halloween. Would you like this wreath for your door?" I went, "No, don't want anything on my door. I don't want to be Halloween." It was some awful wreath with bits of skeletons hanging on it. I said, "I'm sorry, but that's the most ugly thing I've ever seen in my life." It's a shawl. Oh God. Well, if it's a shawl, why were they prancing about with wool wrapped round them? What a waste of wool, unless you could rewind it all. You've not missed anything, Kaz, if you've not had any pumpkin. I had a piece of pumpkin pie once. Everybody's raving of, oh, pumpkin pie. Oh, it's horrible. It's like that key lime pie. That's awful as well. And pumpkin spice latte. You know, these Costa or something, or Starbucks. It's absolutely disgusting. Ugh. I don't think I've watched him, to be quite honest, Shad. He's not anybody that's really appealed, especially if he does knitting. No, key lime pie and pumpkin pie have just never appealed to me. I've heard so much about them and thought they were going to be wonderful. And it was so sweet and sickly, pumpkin pie. It was really sweet. I can't stand anything sweet. The Andy Warhol of knitting. Well, I need some lemon if I could find lemon. I had to stitch my bag up. She ripped it all. Can you see all my stitching? She ripped all my organdy bag. Oh, I found a little bit more lemon. This is one of the bigger of the smaller bottles. I'm trying to use my little bowls up if I can. Oh, there's Poppy coughing again. I hope she's not going to be sick again. Poor girl, I feel so sorry for her. Oh, oh, oh. I probably would love his colours. I'm just not a knitter. So I don't get drawn to knitting videos. I can knit and I have knitted, but I just don't knit. I mean, I do love knitting when people have done it. It's just that I don't like doing it. I can see her paw. She's still laid down. They said she'd go to sleep, so hopefully now she finally has. I love knitting. I love the look of knitting. I do like everything about it. I just don't like doing it. Yeah, it is sort of like a cheesecake. It's a bit weird, key lime pie. But the way people raved about it and all that, and I'm thinking, oh, you know, it's like brownies. I mean, what's so fantastic about a brownie? Hey, I don't know what cakes I would like if I ever got to America. My friend who tells me off for not liking Halloween, she's going, oh, I love America. I've been so many times, and blah, 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 blah. Don't you want to go there? I went, no. Oh, my goodness me, Kaz. You'd knit about one jumper a year, wouldn't you, with fingering weight and 3-ply? I bet he's got knitters. I bet he doesn't do them all himself. These people who design things like that never do the knitting. I do knit with the fine stuff, but only, baby things, really. I wouldn't like to knit a cardigan. I have done in the past, in like fingering weight, when I did used to knit. Hand-dyed yarn. I love hand-dyed yarn, but I can't wear wool. So that's me out of the question. I mean, if I could wear wool, for me to knit myself a sweater in hand-dyed wool, it would be like one a year because that'd be all I could afford. That would blow my yarn budget for the year. Alpaca, I can't wear that either. If it comes off an animal, Chris, I can't wear it. People have tried me with all sorts, merino, alpaca. I can wear silk. Can't knit with it though. It slides about all over the place. Well, that there is that about it as well. But if I could afford it, I couldn't wear it. So, I mean, the colour's absolutely beautiful, and I love looking at the colours. Absolutely wonderful. But I've tried it. I just stand there and scratch, and then I get this big red. I even get rashes on my fingers when I knit with it. I get like dermatitis, contact dermatitis. He was a dancer. That's a bit like, is it Willie Knits that was a dancer, or am I thinking of somebody else? Somebody comes on YouTube who does crochet. No, it can't be Willie Knits. It must be the other one. He was a dancer, or he is a dancer. He makes the most sort of weird and wonderful things. His name will come to me eventually. He designs things. All right, Denise, good night. Oh, gosh. My tummy is rolling, making awful noises. Just trying to think who that guy is. Can't think now. I follow him on Instagram, but I can't tell you his name. Instagram. See if I can find him. If I can't find him, I'm not looking far. He usually has these big advert things on Instagram. Excuse me. Just watch, he won't have it. It isn't Willie Knits, I know that. I can't follow. He's always bombarded everywhere with all these things. For some reason or other, I can't find one of his things anywhere. No, I can't think what he's called. Ooh. Do I have people that I follow? Do you have a list of people that you follow? No, you don't. Oh, yeah, maybe I do have a list of who I follow. I've got loads of people saying hello, gorgeous. Yeah, what we think. No, I think this is just people that follow me and not people that I follow. It'll come to me eventually when I'm not looking. I think that Z follows him as well. I think it was Z that put me on to watching him. No, he's not here. Although I do follow him. La, la, la. One request. What's my request? Hidden request. No hidden requests. So why tell me I've got a request when I don't have any? No, I can't remember his name. I cannot remember his name. No, it's not Nimble Knits. It's a bloke who does crocheting. He's a black guy and he's a dancer. No, it's not Zach. A black guy who's a dancer. And Clang. And I think Z was the one who showed me him. It'll come to me one day. Probably not today. Probably not while I'm on here. I'll probably remember it. Gregory Stitch, that's the one. I knew you'd help me, Nathan. Gregory Stitch. Yeah, he puts things on and dances wearing them. But at least he is a trained dancer and he doesn't make a hash of it. He's my guy. He's a crochet guy. Yeah. Yeah, it was Gregory Stitch. That's the one I meant. Oh, Janet, why are you going the wrong way around your square? Tell you what puzzles me. These people who make granny squares and they're not square. And they say, how can I stop my square going slanting? I've never had that problem. Has anybody else ever had that problem where the granny squares are not square? No. I've never had lopsided granny squares, and I don't turn them round and go the other way. Oh, I don't have TikTok. I can't even understand it. Takes me all the time with Instagram. I never got the hang of it. I'll never get the hang of TikTok. Facebook and Instagram is enough. You have to turn it, do you, Nathan? I don't. I don't know why people's granny squares go sideways. I've never had one like that. Whether it's the way I crochet, I don't know. But other people's granny squares turn out like little drunken things. I wonder how and why we crochet differently. No, I don't turn round at all. I just keep going in the same direction. My stitches are slanted. If I do a piece that's all in one stitch, you can see the definite zigzags on it, yeah, where it goes one way and then the other. How strange. Right, I've done the third. No, I haven't. I've got one more to do. I've just got to say I've done the third colour. Yeah, yours are square as well, Alessandra. I noticed some people have real problems with them, that they're really lopsided. And they're like, how can I stop my squares doing that? And then people say, oh, you have to turn it round every row. Doris Chan's like that. She tells you to turn it round every row when she's doing her jumpers in the round. I don't, because I don't mind if they go slightly slanted. I'd forget to turn it round. I'd forget which way I was going. Oh, good night, John. I hope you enjoyed your soup and your potatoes. Oh, dear. Tell you what I can't do. You know when you make a chain and you have to crochet into the back bumps? I have never been able to do that without a real struggle. And yet some people do that all the time. They automatically twist the chain. I think maybe their chain must be slacker than mine, because I can't go into the back bumps. I can't get my hook in. Oh, you've got a new granddaughter. How lovely. She's quite new then. She's only about a week old, is she? No, she's 2 weeks old, isn't she? Oh, I wouldn't like to live where they had hurricanes. Oh, that'd be me out of there. My son's going to do my CPAP machine tomorrow. I've only had it 2 weeks. It's about time. I can't plug it in because it's behind the bed, and I cannot pull the bed out. It's one of those ottomans, and it's really heavy. Oh, I'm going the wrong way around. Has to go back. Can't go the wrong way round. I've got another Avon book. I don't mind Avon, but I hate it when they give you a book every single week or every single couple of weeks. I don't want something all the time. I don't use that many cosmetics. It's I like something every now and again. Poppy's gone quiet for the minute. Rosie is asleep, so she's not driving her potty at the minute. Anybody with like stomachache? I've got stomachache. My colonoscopy didn't show anything, or at least they said it didn't. So I'm still waiting for the biopsy results, but you get yours every month. What, IBS? Or that's why I've got a stomachache. I have IBS at the best of times. Not a nice subject to talk about, especially if you're eating. But if you suffer from it, you know you suffer from it, yeah. See what my CPAP machine's doing? Giving me bruises either side of my cheeks. So I'll be glad when I get my new one, yeah. Oh, the Avon, yeah. I don't always want anything. I don't use a lot of cosmetics. I know I wear a bit of makeup, but I don't need new makeup like every month or something, you know. Yeah, IBS is not fun, yeah. It's really been kicking my butt this last few weeks. That's why I went for a colonoscopy. But they didn't find, well, they found polyps and they've took those off. 3 polyps they found. So they lasered some other parts of me and then they took some biopsies on the way down. But they said it looked okay, so I'm not really worrying. I'm not the worrying kind. Unless they tell me anything's wrong, I'm just not a worrier, if you know what I mean. I don't waste my time worrying about something that might be. If they tell me something's wrong, then I'll worry. But no, coffee doesn't do it with me. It's more milky things that set mine off. Some things, cauliflower, cabbage, like healthy things. And I can't have brown, the brown bread with bits in, granary, as it called. I am doubled up in pain if I eat anything like that. Got to check your bread talk next week. Who's going? Who are you saying goodbye? Oh, Chris. You've got to check your bread talk next Saturday. I'm with it now. I thought, what's a bread talk? I wish I could do that, Shad. It's not that causes it. I've had it for about the last, about 12 years. But sadly, I can't blame it on anybody else. Or nerves, or lovers, or anything. I can't blame it on anybody, really. I try to watch what I'm eating and I try to keep a diary. Like they say, keep a diary of what you eat, don't they? But it hasn't. Nothing shows up when I try to keep a food diary. Nothing triggers. Yeah, I can't do cream very well. I love a cream cake every now and again, but I must admit it does give me jip. I only have one every now and again, but I just can't resist it. I just love cream. But it doesn't love me. Please don't tell me to have this coconut milk or rice milk or something. I'd rather do without milk altogether. I've tried all these different milks, oat milk, nut milk. Oh, well, definitely not nuts because I don't like nuts. Coconut milk, all kinds of milk. Nah. The soya milk. Oh, God. I could throw up with soya milk. Soya anything, to be quite truthful. I'm not a soya lover. These people who eat tofu deserve a medal. No, I don't like any of the oat milks, nut milks, coconut milks, what other kind of milks I don't like any of them, Chris. I think it's oats that set me off, actually, as well. I like with wheat, like Weetabix, but some breakfast cereals have oats in, and they set me off. Although I can have porridge oats, so I suppose, no, I'm not. I drink black coffee, yeah. A cappuccino could send me off for days. I couldn't drink that iced coffee like Miguel drinks, because that's got milk in it, hasn't it? I don't know what set me off today. I haven't had much of anything, really. I like full fat milk with my cornflakes, my Weetabix. But as I say, I don't drink much milk. I only drink milk with my cereals. I don't drink milk in any drinks at all. I'm a weirdo. I once did some kind of food tasting thing once. I got stopped in the street and dragged off somewhere. And every time I put anything in my mouth, I went, soya. And she went, I said, I don't like it. So she gave me something else, and I went, soya. She goes, you're not supposed to know it's soya. She said, you're supposed to say it's this or it's that or the other. Or it's strawberry or it's, she says, no, you keep telling me it's soya. I said, well, that's all I can taste. So she says, so I take it you don't like any of these, yogurt things or something. Take it you don't like any of them. I went, no, don't like any of them. All done with soy milk. Oh, me, IBS. Yeah, it's been going on for weeks and weeks and weeks, long before Poppy. Yeah, I can tell Sawyer at 100 yards. They keep trying to plug us to drink and eat more Sawyer, but I'm sorry, but no. Semi-skimmed milk tastes to me like when you were kids and your mother used to water down the milk to make it go further. Oh, good night, Donna. We'll see you next week. Don't forget to elevate your foot. She's back on the chair again. Let's see how long this lasts. 5 minutes at the most. So much for she'll go to sleep. I'm on the fourth colour now. Got lilac. I usually manage to put 4 colours in before I have to give up. Oh, I'm just not looking forward to making that bed. Well, half making the bed. It's half made. It's got the duvet cover on it. It's got the pillowcases on it. But the undersheet wasn't dry. My protector sheet, whatever you want to call it, dust sheet, mattress protector, whatever you call it. Because I determined when I got this new mattress that I wouldn't get any stains on it, like spilling a drink all over it or something. Or when I was really ill, I ruined my last mattress because I sweated all over it, so I don't want that to happen. Oh, I know how you feel, Shad. Poppy's 14 and she's not good at the minute with her tummy. She keeps being sick. It's very worrying. Yeah, my Buster, he was a boxer cross with a staffy, and his back legs went from under him. I had to have him put to sleep because he couldn't walk, he couldn't do anything, he just couldn't even get himself up. So I couldn't deal with it because he was just like wetting himself and getting very upset, and he was getting sore because he was laying in wet, and I just had to let him go. I didn't want to. Would have done anything to keep him, but there comes a time when you have to say, like, enough's enough, isn't there? He's still with me. He's in his box in the corner there. You can't quite see him. But where the yellow flower is, that I can't plug in because I've got no plugs. Oh, she's off. She didn't stay asleep long, did she? No, I'm just dreading anything happening to Poppy. The other day, she was so poorly. I thought we were saying goodbye to her, and I was really getting upset. My son's going, unfortunately, they don't live forever. I said, oh, no, but we lost Buster, then we lost Sky, then we lost Gigi. I just feel as though they're all going at once, you know. I know they can't live forever, but it's not nice. See that Noel Fitzpatrick, that very famous vet, he lost his little dog. Kira, I think it was called. Well, she sold your house, Shad. You were going to downsize. I know that you were. He said ages ago he was going to downsize, so maybe that's what he's done. Like me, I downsized. Rosie! Rosie's crying. Rosie Posey. Nosy Rosie. What you doing? What you doing, Rosie? What's the matter? What's the matter, Nosy Rosie? Hey, what's the matter, the good girl? You curl up, go sleepies. Good girl. Let's see how long that lasts. Your tiny house isn't ready. What are you going to live in then? Where are you going to live, Shad? You're going to do rental or something while you're waiting? There's always Miguel's hen pen. Can go and sit with his hens, but you'd eat them as well, wouldn't you? You can't live in your tent over the winter. Come on, Shad. Oh, you're back, Kaz. Tent and travel. Oh, let's hope you get your tiny house ready before you. Oh, she's off. 2 seconds she was on that chair then, wasn't she? 2 seconds. Yeah, you'll have to put a spurt on with your tiny house, Shad. Get it finished in time. You have to put pictures on if you do, you know. We've got to see some photos somehow. Oh, you went for a drink and got a can of Tango. Oh, she's off barking again. Do you know, I swear if she hears a sparrow fart in the street next door. Rosie! Rosie, come on. No barking. You're going to upset people. It's getting late. We'll be having complaints about you in the neighbourhood. Come on, Rosie. 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 The neighbours will be complaining. Come on. Oh, she's crying now. Every now and again she realises they're not here. Rosie. Come on. Come on. Oh, for God's sake. Anybody think there was nobody in the house and she was left all on her own? Rosie. What you doing? Why are you making such a row? Come here, you. What are you doing? Huh? What are you making a row for? Why don't you just sit down and go to sleep? Eh? Why don't you go to sleep, Rosie? Eh? Yeah, come on, go to sleep, please. Go to sleep, please. You go, girlie. Go sleep. Eh? You be a good girlie, go sleep. She now decided she wants to eat my fingers. Don't you? Eh? Well, go sleep now. Sleep, please. No, she's crying for her mummy. Her mummy's gone and left her. Ooh. She doesn't like being left. Oh, you need to get a move on with your house, Shad. Get it all finished before your house. You have to move out your house. You want to have a roof over your head. It's not funny in the winter. Yeah, tell them there's a deadline. Your house has got to be finished by such a time. Then you have to have your big yard sale with all the furniture you can't fit in your new house. Especially if it's a fitted out tiny house, then you won't need much furniture at all. If it's one of those that's all fitted out for you. As long as it's got a bathroom. I couldn't live in a tiny house if it didn't have a bathroom and a washing machine. I couldn't be doing with having to go out to a shower block or a toilet block or something. I couldn't be doing with that. I'd have to have my own little bathroom. Man, you can imagine me with a tiny house. Oh, my goodness me. I need 2 tiny houses. 1 tiny house for Bill, 1 tiny house for me. That could work out quite nice, though, couldn't it? 2 tiny houses side by side. I could have one as a workroom and one as to live in. The only thing I couldn't do with a tiny house is a loft bed. Couldn't climb the stairs. I'd have to have one of those that's all in. And then that's a waste, isn't it, of all the upstairs. Still, I suppose you could have an upstairs for somebody else to go and sleep in if they came visiting. If I had a loft bed, I'd probably fall off the end of it. Finish up in the lounge. I don't think you can put stair lifts, can you, in a tiny house? That was what I was going to do if I hadn't moved here. I was going to save up for a chair lift, a stair lift. And I could have gone up and down the stairs. But they could only put the stair lift so far because it went round the corner. Mm. Oh, you're claustrophobic. I'm claustrophobic if it's really like a cupboard. But yeah, I'm not claustrophobic in my shed or anything like that. Maybe I will be when I have to close the door. Because I'm going to have to close the door when Puppy's about, when Rosie's about. Otherwise, she'll be in there with me, wrecking everything. My son did say next week he's going to put the electrics in at long last. So then I'll be able to have a light in there and have my music in there, yeah. Oh, you must be flexible if you could go up a ladder, Shad. That would terrify the life out of me. I'm all right if the lift's fairly big, Kaz, but I can't go in, those glass lifts. Don't ask me why. I can't. Ooh, I go weird when I go in a glass lift. Ooh, I can't do it like looking down into space or something, no. I don't do heights at all. No, I cannot. Can't look out of windows and I can't do ladders at all. I can't even do 2 rungs on the ladder in my bedroom to get to the top of my wardrobes. I don't know what I'm going to do. I bought a ladder and it had like a top on it, but it was 2 rungs and I cannot go on the second rung. Don't ask me why I can't do it, but I can't. I don't know what I'm going to do. At the moment, I just can't get to the stuff in my top wardrobe, and see there's a lot of it is my woolies. I'm going to need it in the winter. So I don't know what is the best way. Stairs and steps that I can actually hold on to and walk up. Yeah. Oh, I wish I was Shad. Yeah. I used to run up and down ladders for a living. Run up and down the stairs and everything. That was my job when I was working at the wool shop. But then everything just went like pear-shaped. My back and went, my knees went, my hips gone now. I can't do stairs anymore. I've been upstairs in this house twice. I didn't even go upstairs when we bought it. I didn't even know what upstairs was like when I bought it. Because I couldn't go up them to have a look. I sent my son and my daughter-in-law upstairs, but I couldn't look at all. I had to go upstairs one time to take a shower when my shower was out of action. But my toilet was still working, so I was okay. I just had to go upstairs for a shower. And then I went upstairs one more time. I'm just trying to think why. Oh, I think it was to look at the decorations that they'd got on the new sofa and everything. So I've been upstairs twice. Not bad in 9 months, is it? I only did yoga when I was in my 30s. I haven't done it since. I envy anybody who can stay supple and fit. Oh, the dogs are fighting again. Rosie, will you leave Poppy alone? Oh, she's a little monkey. Oh, night-night, Tracy. Bye. Oh, I'm hopeless on a ladder. I used to run up and down ladders all day long, perched on the top, putting wool away and everything. We had a shop with high ceilings and I used to have wool right up to the top. I used to be running up and down the ladders. Now I'm scared. Oh, Rosie, leave Poppy alone. Rosie? What time is it? When time are they coming back? Oh, it's past midnight. They shouldn't be that long now. Rosie? 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 What you doing? Rosie, come here. Rosie? Rosie? What you doing? Come on. Be a good girl. Oh, God, she's driving Poppy witless tonight. Oh, I don't care. I'm wobbly on 2 steps. I can't go up on the second step of a little short pair of ladders. I can't. I just can't. Even though the top has got the hold, I can't do it. Partly it's the fact my knee doesn't bend, which doesn't help, does it? And then I've got vertigo, so. Yeah, the back door's open. They can go out to go potty if they want, yeah. I'm not daft. I've left the back door open. Either one of them can go outside. As soon as my family come home, they've gone to a concert or something, some kind of a live show. As soon as they come back, the dogs will calm down. You'd be able to tell when they come back because Rosie's will start barking, no doubt. Yeah, I'm on my 4th colour. I'll finish my 4th colour before I go. I don't like to finish in the middle of something. It'll be like a mad rush to the door when they come in. Well, the front door. Depends if I hear a taxi or if they manage to get a taxi to get home. Hi, Donna. Yeah, they haven't driven because obviously they won't drink and drive. So they went by taxi. I would imagine they'll come back by taxi. Unless they catch a tram. They might catch a tram and then walk the rest of the way. Because they were talking about getting a tram there, but time was ticking on and it was getting late, so they decided they didn't have time, but they needed a taxi. I don't know what time clubs close these days. Do they close, at pub times? Do they call last orders? Or do they just keep on drinking until late? I don't know. Last time they went, I just went to bed and left them to it. But I can't with the dogs, so I have to wait for them to come in. Still, it'll get me to do the 4th colour on my squares, won't it? But she'll sleep for them tonight, won't she? Because normally she goes to sleep for a few hours. Tonight she's had about 10 minutes, I think. Snatches are 10 minutes. Nightclubs close at 2. Oh, please don't tell me that. I don't fancy being up till 2. Well, thank you, Donna. It needs doing, actually. It needs the roots doing. They're quite black. I mean, I can't see them that well with my cataracts. I said to my daughter-in-law, what colour's my hair? I said, is it going grey yet? She said, no, it's very dark. So I think I'm going to have to dye it another time. I don't like keep dyeing it because it's ruining my hair, but what can I do? Was that a car door I heard? No. Thought I heard a car door. Wishful thinking. They've gone to some kind of a live band concert type show, so I don't know when it'll be over. Whether they'll come home when the live band goes on. I mean, there's certain regulations, aren't there, to do with music or something, I think. I have a friend in Kentucky. He lives in Lexington. I have no idea where that is because I don't know anywhere. But that's where he lives, in Lexington. He used to have a show on the radio there, one of the local radios. WK, whatever. I don't think he has one now. Never met him, actually. He was my he was like a pen friend come Yahoo chat person. We used to talk on the phone sometimes. He had a lovely voice. He used to do the late night jazz and blues review or something on one of the radio stations. I know there's plenty of radio stations in Kentucky, but one of them he used to do the late night, the smoochy late night kind of smooth music, yeah. Yahoo chat, yeah, that's how long I've known James, yeah. He had a lovely voice, absolutely lovely voice. You may have heard of him if you'd been listening. I don't think he's been on the radio for quite some time. He was called James Mayfield. And he used to do the graveyard sort of DJ, whatever you want to call it. But I know there's plenty of radio stations, so if you didn't tune into that one, you wouldn't have heard of him, would you? I can't think what it used to be called, Rhythm and Blues or something. He sent me a tape once of his favourite music and that. He's really got this drawly, deep kind of voice, He wasn't a bad-looking guy either. Very big guy. I don't mean big as in fat, I mean big as in big, tall, big guy. Yeah, very good-looking guy. I wonder if he's ever got married. Not that I'm thinking about it because he's much, much younger than me, but you know what I mean. A friend who's in a rock band. My son used to be friends with, well, he used to go all over the place with a rock band. He was never in the rock band, I hasten to add. He was more of a roadie. But they went to Holland and Germany and all over the place with this group. In fact, he lost a job through them because they got stuck in Holland and the van broke down. And his boss had said if he wasn't back on the Monday, his job had gone. And of course, he wasn't back on the Monday because he was stuck in Holland with a broken down van. So he didn't get back till about Wednesday. So he lost a job through being an unpaid roadie. Oh dear. I don't know what happened to that group. I think they probably disbanded it years ago. It was nobody famous. It was just a local group. My claim to fame is my cousin's husband was the temporary drummer for the Beatles. He was called Jimmy Nicol. But I've lost touch with his wife, Pat. They divorced. Lost touch with Pat and her son, Howie. Howie's a record producer now somewhere or other. See, I've got relatives in high places. I've not. I mean, I did try to get in touch with Howie to see whether or not his mum was still alive. I mean, I don't know about his dad. But I didn't get an answer. Little kids get worms. I suppose they do. Thankfully, my son never got worms. Something to do with if you're eating things that are a bit dodgy, isn't it, worms? You know, if you eat something that's contaminated or something. Thought that's how you got worms. But I know they do pass from child to child if they don't wash their hands and they've been scratching their bottom. Not a very nice subject, is it? But you know what I mean. But I don't know whether they get them these days. I know they used to when I was a kid. I know if you were fidgeting about, they used to always say, have you got worms? No, not got worms. Thankfully, I never got worms, and neither did my son. Little Gigi used to scoot his bum along the carpet. I used to say, oh, charming. How nice of you to do that, dear. I used to think he had an itchy bottom. I mean, he was wormed. He used to have his tablets and everything. It's just a bad habit he used to have when he had an itchy bottom. Well, I mean, dogs can't exactly scratch, can they, like humans can? Thankfully, it's not something I was troubled with. But you do see so many men, don't you, fertling away underneath their trousers. You think, oh, please wash your hands. If she's had her worming medicine, Jane, she should be all right. She's probably just got an itchy bottom. Yeah, Gigi used to suffer with them. He used to have to keep going to the vets regularly. I think Buster did once. Not a pleasant thing, is it? When they get them blocked. Ooh, that's a nice subject at all. I would rather the vet did it. They do say you can do it yourselves, but she maybe just has an itchy bottom, that's all. What's for dinner? I've had mine, so I can't tell you. I had salmon en croûte. In other words, salmon in a crust is what I had. I'm going to have to behave and I've put a couple of pounds on. I'm supposed to be going the other way. I'm supposed to be losing it. And I actually got on the scales and I put a couple of pounds on, and that's not good. I don't want that. I'm trying so hard not to put any weight on. I would dearly love to lose it, but it's just been staying the same, which it doesn't bother me because I'd already lost a lot. Excuse me. Yeah, great subject before dinner. Yeah, I've had my dinner, so I'm fine. If you've not had your dinner, sorry. But I didn't bring it up. It was Jane that brought that up. So don't blame me. I'm reading a good book at the moment. Well, it's good to me. I haven't found out who's done it yet. It's a mystery. You know me. It's like a detective police novel. Hello again. Where have you been? Where have you been? Daddy's here. Oh!
Hi, baby. Hello. Oh, hello, Poppy. What are you doing upstairs?
Out the way of Rosie.
Eh?
Out the way of Rosie. Rosie's been a pest with Poppy. Rosie's been a pest with Poppy. I've had to tell her off a few times. She'd never give Poppy any peace. She's been nagging her to death.
Oh, playing.
Yeah. She's had about 5 minutes sleep, so she should sleep tonight. Yeah. The back door's open for her. She's been in and out, in and out. She's been on this chair, off the chair, on the chair, off the chair.
Not with any bother though.
No, not really, apart from her ragging on Poppy.
Yeah, so playing.
Yeah, I think Poppy was a bit peed off with her.
Poppy loves it, really.
Poppy was sick, by the way, only
Yeah.
only a little bit.
A tiny bit.
Tiny bit, yeah.
No, that's all right.
I mopped it up. It was over by the toilet door.
Good.
It was only a mouthful.
Was it? No, that's all right. Improvements.
Yeah. But she's been fine. She's been, like I said, she's been giving Rosie as good as she's got. And shout.
As long as Rosie's not in a manner.
She's.
That was my
I've had
biggest-
to tell her off about barking because the people next door were in the kitchen talking loud, and she
Oh, well,
was.
she's only doing the job there.
Yeah. So I had to tell her off because she was just wouldn't stop barking. She had a few whimpers and a few cries, but apart from that, she's been okay.
Good.
Yeah.
Come here, you little ragbag.
Family's home now.
Oh.
So I'm going to leave you all. Thank you all for keeping me company. And I will see you all next week. So bye for now.
Yeah, it's been fine. Let's give it a bit of the earache. Oh.